Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Asia. Again, it's Andrew here. Today I would like to bring to you another episode crypto talk about VECHAIN. VECHAIN is a supply chain cryptocurrency. At the moment, it's sitting at number 25, and it is a Chinese crypto project which based in China, and the market cap now is 328 millions. The coin supply is 55 billions, which is considered really a lot if compared to the ideal supply of 1 billion. So that's why it make the price at this rate now 0.0059 USD per VECHAIN token. We call it the VET. So let's see what's the price section like at the past. Okay, VECHAIN previously the short form is VEN token. When they launched their own mainnet, then after that they rebrand to VET. So this price section is entirely what we call the new price section after they launched the mainnet. So it is the bear market when they launched the mainnet. Obviously the price been tanked from 0.20 cent to 0.020 cent to 0.005 cents now. The founder of VECHAIN is a guy called Sunny Lu. Alright, this is the guy, Sunny Lu. Okay, so this is the price section of VECHAIN. Before it launched its mainnet, before that it called the VEN token, and after they launched the mainnet, now it become a VET token, VET. Alright, basically what's the unique selling point of VECHAIN is they are in the supply chain industry. Basically what VECHAIN do, alright, VECHAIN core business is about supply chain. So one of the most critical problem that the world is facing now is the counterfeit products. So the consumer now is more and more concerned about this issue. So VECHAIN is actually to help the consumer to better identify every single products that they purchase, especially the high value products, to ensure what they purchase is really come from the source, the right factory, the right manufacturer, and of course most importantly is from the original manufacturer. So through VECHAIN, the token will be implement or embed into RFID chips, and it will be imprint or attached to the luxury product or high value products from the source, and throughout the supply chain process, the RFID will attach and follow the products all the way, and VECHAIN blockchain will be activated in that RFID chip. So literally the users can monitor and can trace the entire history of the process from source until the delivery to their doorsteps. So they can trace that it is 100% transparency that during the process the product didn't have any odd modification or have any person exchange with a counterfeit products. So from here it will be helping the entire supply chain to ensure that the consumer get the real product, the original product. This is for the benefits for the user. It's also help the original company which produced the particular products. So for instance, a brand, a shoe brand, Nike for instance. So as we know, a lot of counterfeit Nike products in the market, which manufactured by some countries such as China, Thailand, if not mistaken. So this some of them, these counterfeit manufacturer will indeed eat up quite a lot of Nike market shares in the shoe industry. So if what this manufacturer is doing, if their counterfeit shoes have the same amount or near to the same amount of quality to the Nike original product, which the price they offer to the general consumer is low, at the same time is lower. So a lot of people will tend to support these counterfeit products because of the competitive cost, or because of they cannot really afford the original brand of Nike. So this will cause Nike lose a lot of big money and revenue and profit. So how to tackle this problem is they need to have a system to trace along the way, and to prove that that is a genuine real product produced by Nike themselves. So that's what blockchain and VECHAIN can change this space in supply chain industry. So what industry need this technology is the wine industry, the high value product industry, the luxury product market, and even the food industry, because quite a lot of fake food that created by those factory, and counterfeit the watch, okay, and even some of the beverage, like the beverage for health, pharmaceutical product, etc. So the total supply chain market is more than 50 trillion globally. All right, so this is a really big market for VeChain to enter into, and VeChain is one of the biggest crypto project in the supply chain industry. So the unique selling point is, I will say, because they are entering the supply chain industry, which is one of the best use case for blockchain, right? So of course, VeChain has a very good team, which at the same time they have a ready product, which they have the mainnet launch, right? Why is this important? Is because more than 70 to 80% of the crypto project existing now, they do not even have a mainnet yet. Okay, so how do you talk to your customer? How do you talk to your community? Or how do you talk to your potential investor that you want to sell your crypto project without having a ready product? All right, before you even have a ready product, everything you say is just a wish, is just a hope, is just an idea. Okay, wait until you launch the product and it's workable, then you have what you say will be more convincing, right? So one of the unique selling point of VeChain is indeed they already have a working product, and even people who already have wet tokens, they can stake in the VeChain wallet. So the proof of stake already available. So if you hold, let's say, 50,000 VET tokens, 50,000 VET for the price times 0.0059, which is the price per token now, all right, here, equals to $295 only, and you will get a VTOR. Okay, VTOR token. Okay, VTOR token is like a gas for Ethereum, or a gas for Neo is the same. So VTOR is the gas for wet token, for VeChain token. So how to calculate how much VTOR you get can go to here. Okay, VTOR. What is VeChain Tor? VeChain Tor is a is basically a airdrop. Okay, here, Tor. Okay, is distributed by holding wet in our wallet. Okay, or running a web masternode. So I will explain what is masternode at a separate episode. It is a very interesting topic. Basically, masternode is passive income in in the cryptocurrency industry. All right, so how to calculate amount of VAT? Let's say just now I mentioned if I own 50,000 of VAT tokens, and I just click calculate, right? Then it will shown, all right, we own 50,000 of VAT. So what is our return per day? We are given 21 VTOR, 147 VTOR per week, or 600 VTOR per month. Wow. 1 year you have 7,600 VTOR. The ROI is about 1.8%, which is not really attractive, but it's better than none. Why is it is so less? Because the VTOR token now, the market price is still not high. If we go to here to check VTOR, VTOR, okay, VTHO is 0.73 only. All right. So if eventually if the bull market comes, this price increase, then the free VTOR token that you earn from staking, the value will be increased too. All right. So I shall say the amount that we're getting per day is insanely high in terms of quantity, but the price per VTOR is still low now. So hopefully in the future the VTOR token have its value too, and people who hold stake VAT token and get rewards for VTOR will be highly rewarded. Why I mention this is because just now I mentioned before, NEO also have the this project that I already explained in the previous episode. If we stake NEO, we will get NEO gas, right? So this is NEO gas, free NEO gas. You see how much is it now? One NEO gas is $2.60. So if we go back to the history, when NEO is airdrop freely to the people in the NEO or who holding NEO, when it started is $1.78 per gas. And during the bull market, it raised from $1.78 to insanely high $77 per gas. It's really crazy. Looking at the gas token is actually free airdrop to the community. Of course, in the market you can buy it openly in the market, but I guess no one will buy gas because it is airdrop free FOC from the NEO ecosystem. If you hold it, you will get like an interest. It will be credited airdrop into your wallet, gas, and it is free. Of course, now it's bear market. It's dropped to $2.60, but it is still a little bit higher than when it started. All right. So just take this as an example, which try to explain that VECHAIN Tor, this free token airdrop by the VECHAIN ecosystem, proof of stake. It might one day, if you the value will surge like NEO gas, who knows. So the use case of Tor power is actually it's like a fee, like a token for people to use when they transact, when they're using the VeChain ecosystem to deploy their supply chain logistic and etc. So this is the VeChain calculator. You just come to here and then you can get the calculation. And they have masternode available. Alright, so what is masternode? Masternode is some kind of a plan. If for your easy understanding is, you can treat it like a fixed deposit. So for masternode, you need to invest a certain amount of money. Let's say I think the VeChain masternode is start from 600,000. You can invest 600,000 and different packages to get a fixed amount of rewards every month, every year. Okay, so masternodes of VeChain is here. Alright, so VeChain masternode is categorized into different category. One of the category is economy masternode, which is the lowest I mean in terms of quantity is the lowest. So you just need to invest here is 1 million, then you will get strength node. 5 million you will get thunder node, and this do not know how to pronounce this, but it's 15 millions. So authority masternode is the biggest quantity masternode, which is you need to have 25 millions VET tokens in order for you to set up a masternode. What's the usage of masternode? Masternodes will help to further enhance the transaction speed of a particular transaction. Through masternode, people also can transact with anonymity and other usage as well, such as it will prevent the blockchain or network from attacks. So I will explain masternode further in details in a separate episode later on. So 25 million VeChain is equals to around $150,000 per node. I just calculated just now. So if we see most of the project here, alright, most of them do not have a masternode function, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Bitcoin Cash, all these here. Okay, even Tron or Cardano at the moment do not have a masternode function. Even Neo do not have. Okay, so cryptocurrency who can own who have a masternode function, and of course it's not necessary for any blockchain project to have a masternode. It depends on how's the crypto project in which industry they are, and whether it's necessary for them to hold a node, master node or not. So because VeChain is in the supply chain industry, so it need to have a master node in their system, and this is why this one of the specialty for VeChain, because for the user, for the investor, some of them, they kind of like to invest in masternode, because masternode is a passive income for the investor. All right. So another USP of VeChain is they have a lot of partnerships, right, with the corporate. So I mentioned before, Ripple have the have the largest partnership because they have partnered with more than 100 banks and institutions. VeChain also have a lot of partnership with the corporate world. So some of their partnership is here. DNVGL. Okay, DNV is a very big shipping or logistic company. I think that is part of their business. So as you can see, CEO of DNV with the CEO of VeChain, Sunny Lu. All right, so two of them I think have sign an MOU or something, and to support the DNVGL initiative. Their effort on going, they are on embark into the blockchain world. So obviously DNV as one of the frontier, and they have 100 years old age company. Of course they do not wish to disrupt by the technology, and they see there's a tech or a trend going on in the near future. They are one of the first one who explore into the blockchain to implement into their supply chain business. So they see the importance and they see the possible disruption and obviously why they want to partner with VeChain. People will often think why all these big corporate will like to partner with all these small crypto project which have 1-2 years old or 2-3 years old development age. Why is that? Isn't they are big enough to do one for themselves? Why do they bother a mini company like VeChain, or a small person, compared to them, small person like Sunny Lu? So common sense, this is what I personally think. The company corporate now is really cautious, and every move that they make, they need to think wisely. All right, blockchain is is just a buzzword, and is more or less is like a experiment to most of the people in the existing traditional industry, especially those who like DNVGR already 100 years old. So that some of them do not even fully understand what blockchain is and what blockchain potentially can do for the industry, for the business in general, or specifically for their supply chain business. So they wouldn't take a big bet to open a department or hire a full-time development team and to develop their own blockchain uh, in order to support their their existing supply chain industry or any. I mean, this applies, what I'm saying now, it applies to all the other project also. So why do they want to take the risk to spend a lot of money, maybe few millions, few couple of millions or hundred of millions to build a team from scratch and to spend time? I mean, obviously you need time. Once you hire the developer, you need to hire someone who knowledgeable to oversee all these guys, and this team lead need to know the stuff. I mean, need to know his stuff that well, in order to manage all these developers. Is If not, it will be a failed project. So it's like burning money. Actually, it's like the tech in 20 years ago. It's all about burning money when the e-commerce era, when the tech era. So obviously I don't think they would like to do that. And most important is the highest managements, even CEO, COO, I don't think they have much clue about blockchain. So if they do not familiar with that, how do they manage the team that they hire? So that is why they will need these guys, all right, at least for the start, to test out through collaboration, through probably in the short term at least. So when the market is mature, probably they will develop their own blockchain, if they think time is right, when they learn a bit or two from these guys. So that is why all these big giant company, at the start, this is what I think they will not to say make use, right? I mean, they will collaborate short term with all these crypto company, blockchain company, to kickstart, so that they can be one of the first. They have the first mover advantage in this area. So yeah, this is what I think. So you see the article here, obviously it's written clearly, the NVGL website, all right? So it's not a fake news. So obviously they are really partnering with, or I shall say maybe using the service of VECHAIN on their main department. So this is the quote from Sunny Lu. Blockchain has many applications beyond the financial sector, and I'm glad that the NVGL has recognized the revolutionary impact it can bring to supply chain management. Together we combine assurance and blockchain, assurance and blockchain to help customer improve trust in their products across multiple dimensions, from quality and safety to performance aspect. This is what I explained in detail just now, regarding to ensure the consumer can ensure the product that they receive is genuine. Also vice versa for the original company as well, like Nike, and some other luxury product production company. So to ensure the product that they produce is safely reach their client's hand. So it can verify that the product they are considering purchasing is safe and genuine. The consumer can directly check that a product was ethically sourced from manufacturer, that frozen food was safely transported at the right temperature, or that luxury products is an original, and can even track a wine back to the grape. Alright. So this is what VECHAIN is cooperating with DNVGL. Increase transparency from the factory to the consumer. So what is other partnership? Okay, let's see. List of VECHAIN partnership. There's another one which is better one. Complete list of VECHAIN partnership. Partner with number 1 DNVGL, PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC. Okay, please do your own research. What are these company does and how VECHAIN help them. NRCC. Okay, this is some of the Chinese company in China. Alright, I think this company is so quite famous. Transport and Logistics, BMW, Renault. So please do your own research on how VECHAIN can help such industry to improve their logistic, their product delivery, and etc. Insurance company, BYD. BYD I think is the very big automobile company. They already take over, not mistaken, is Volvo. So this all the partnership. Alright, why partnership is important is because partnership means is their client. So a lot of crypto projects actually do not have partnership, or they only have smallest partnership with, do not have these big names like DNV or BMW. So partnership is really important to identify that it is a legit project, it is a trustworthy project, and at least to prove that they are doing their marketing well. Because if a crypto project have very good tech, very good product, but they do not market to let people know about them, then it's useless, right? Nobody know about you, then is assumes that you are not exist, even you have the best product in the world. So partnership makes VECHAIN consider one of the second crypto that have the largest partnership other than Ripple. So what is VECHAIN competitors? VECHAIN competitors is Wabi. Okay, Wabi, which their project is not doing really well. I mean, they do not have partnership as much as VECHAIN, and the visibility that they have is not much either. But of course, you guys can take a look also. This Wabi, and also Wotan. Wotan is another supply chain cryptocurrency. These two project is another two competitors from VECHAIN, which I will cover later on and in the future episode. So another thing which I would like to quickly take a look is the masternode for VECHAIN. So if you look at here, right, masternode of VECHAIN have authority node. Okay, there will only be this one is find out recently by myself also, that I only realized there will only be 101 authority nodes. Alright, so authority nodes will cost you 250 millions. 250 millions. Just now I just take a calculation, alright, which the price, you make up the price at around, I think 100 either 140,000 or 1.4 million. Sorry, because the calculator I'm using now do not have that much of decimal points. Let me try this calculator. So 250 millions times $0.0058. Yes, so one authority node, it costs about 1.5 million US dollar, which is really high for the normal people in the community, but it's more money for the corporate. So let's see this. Okay, how much, for instance, how much DNVGL invest. Okay, DNVGL buys stake in leading public blockchain service provider VECHAIN as its strengthened commitment to raising trust and transparency through digital solutions. So from here, people might misunderstand that they buy shares into VECHAIN, etc. Actually, it is not, because after I read the article, I realized that the NVGL actually, they are just purchasing the masternode. Okay, took a step to buy the minority stake as it recognized the growth in VECHAIN, and the NVGL will also expand its blockchain capability thanks to extra privilege on the VECHAIN Tor platform after becoming an authority masternode owner. So the NVGL, they bought authority node. This means the NVGL will be one of the 101 authority node holders, having the authority to validate and produce blocks, enabling it offer more solution. Okay, so from here we know that probably DNV actually spend at least buy at least one authority node. I don't know how many they bought, but I think is at least one. So they spend 1.5 million. Few months ago, I think it's even lower the price. I think it's just 500k, because Now the price for VECHAIN is 0.056, means 0.06. Some time ago, which few months ago, is 0.003, which is half price. Okay, if you look at back to this post, at the time of this post, do they have a date here? Yes, May 15. Let's see what's the price of VECHAIN at May 15 last year. May 15 last year. Whoa. It is before the mainnet launch. Then the price is quite high then. At that time, I think the price then is more than 1.5 million, means about 15 million. I think so. So now the price is really cheap. Yeah, this what I want to talk about is the corporate support and mass authority masternode. One of them is DNV. So last one is they are saving they are solving the industry pain point. This is what I think, because the counterfeit issue is really a issue that most of the corporate, especially those who are involved in the luxury product, such as wine, artistic, famous painting, and luxury car, etc. So they really need something to solve their pain point, so they can increase the revenue, they can increase their profit, they can eliminate those who involved in producing their counterfeit product. They can brings further secure for the sense of secure for their customer, so the customer will be able to make sure they receive the genuine original product. So there's some more. Is VECHAIN is have the first mover advantage. So indeed, people who become the first in the market when nobody cares, they will have more experience than the newcomers, and they will have more contacts, more network, more credibility compared to the newcomers in the future. So it's just like Ethereum have the first mover advantage. If they move even faster now or during the bear market, they will move even, those who come new in the scene won't able to catch up at all. Okay, so this is some of the USP that I think that make us need to look into VeChain. The only concern I have is the supply, coin supply, which is 86 billion. Circulating is 55 billion. Is really a lot. And of course the team is from China. There's good and bad. As I mentioned in the previous video, China have a lot of scam, have a lot of too clever businessmen that they tend to diversify when they make a little bit of money already and might neglect the original project. So I hope VeChain will not face such issue, because this industry, the supply chain industry in blockchain, it, in my personal opinion, is just have so much potential. Depends who go and grab this market first and do it well. So if VeChain can indeed continue to become top 10 project, in the future, if they really strive to become the best supply chain crypto in the future. So what's my prediction? 0.0059 is the price now. So in short term, I think probably in 1 year plus, I will see VeChain becoming a probably 0.10 cent, a 10 cent cryptocurrency, right? And in 3 years time, probably it will become a USD $1 cryptocurrency, or either 50 cent. Alright, this to be more safe, or to $1. Okay. It is quite impossible for it to reach like a $5 or $10 cryptocurrency, simply because they have their coin supply is too large already, unless they burns out some of their coins. If not, I think it will remain at around this range, alright, for the coming few years. So yeah, that's about it. This is my analysis for VeChain, which is a very, very interesting project. And yeah, that's about it. Again, this is Crypto Asia. Andrew here, bring to you another episode. Thanks for listening. Over and out.